Okay, so this is my thriller opening ideas. Here with my group 1. And I've got two ideas that I'm going to share with you guys today. So my first idea is probably the more relatable one. And it's going to be kind of a schoolboy kind of gangster. It's going to be mainly set on a estate, or it's quite similar to Morgan's one. It's going to be kind of set on a estate, block of flats, kind of stuff like that. The storyline itself is going to be a mixture of the Top Boy series and two films called Adulthood and Kidulthood. I'm going to try and merge the two. The reason why I'm going to merge two stories is because Top Boy, you're kind of more attached with the character. You're kind of like, as it's a series, you kind of build like more of a like kind of relationship with the main character. Kidulthood is more kind of, I would say, more realistic. It's a lot more relatable, especially as it's set quite near as to where we live. I'm gonna kind of, well, we're gonna try and get like the setting of a school as well, just to make the story more relatable, especially as we're students as well. And we just need access to a block of flats, which shouldn't be too hard. I want to start the film with a chase scene. We just need to get hold of a GoPro, which shouldn't be too hard to do. I think starting with a chase scene would be quite good because it doesn't reveal too much about the story, but it kind of keeps the audience on their feet, and it's quite like captivating as well. We just have a kind of young boy running away from like these kind of 3 or 4 kind of other teenagers as well. And when they eventually catch him, there's going to be a close-up of his face, and it's going to kind of like have a slow zoom into his eyes, and there's going to be a flashback. The flashback will entail an establishing shot of a run-down kind of estate, and a kind of struggling relationship between a boy and education system, problems at home, and it kind of will just show why he turned to drugs, why he turned to crime, why he turned to drug dealing. It would then cut to a drug deal which has gone wrong, which is hence the reason why the teenager's being chased by these boys. In terms of music, I think during the chase it would be quite up-paced music, kind of just to fit in with the scene, because we wouldn't want like, slow-paced music with all these people running down the street. And when he eventually does get caught, there'd be quite a slow, sinister score, just to kind of build tension.
Cool King.
The main props would kind of be, again, similar to, it would be a couch, your typical kind of teenager nowadays. Maybe a car and a kind of a puffer jacket, as you did. My second idea would kind of be a murder scene, and kind of like CSI, kind of like Who Did It, kind of things like that, but with a lot more red herring. It would start with like a close-up of a pool of blood on the floor, and the camera would slowly pan left to show a body kind of just lying there, and it would then cut to kind of a close-up of these 3 people, and it would then flash back to their lives, their everyday lives, but they would all somehow be linked to the boy that's been murdered, and they were all there on that day, but it would really be quite suspenseful. You wouldn't know who did it until right at the end. There'd be loads of red herrings as well, so you would not know who's committed the murder, but there'd be loads of kind of clues and giveaways as to who did it. The main props would be a knife, which would be the murder weapon, and that's kind of, and just like who was like. And they're my 2 ideas. So what do you guys think of those?
I like the first idea. It's pretty good. Like, you can relate to it. As well as I like how you incorporate flashbacks into it. It's kind of into the person's past life. How, like, you showed how it turns into the person's career.
Do you plan to incorporate the red herrings at the start of the film?
If that's in what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
my second idea, it would kind of be like throughout there'd be like red herring to kind of just show, like to kind of just mislead you, but I wouldn't want to do
From the start.
yeah, I wouldn't want to do too much because obviously it is only a movie. But yeah, I wouldn't want to give too much away. But yeah, I'd want to have it suspenseful from right from the beginning, especially as that's a main convention of the thriller genre. But what idea would you prefer to kind of take part in if we were to make one of these?
I like them both. I think I like the first idea.
Okay,
Yeah, I like the first idea.
more relatable to what I age as well. Okay, cool.
And the chase scene we could be flexible with that.
Yeah,
I think.
I think the chase team would be quite a good idea.
Yeah.
I like the first idea as well. The only thing I think of is like it's an opening. So like, do you think you'd be able to do that like in space of 2 minutes?
Yeah, maybe we might have to cut out maybe kind of the more kind of
So I know like in an opening it's sort of setting up.
yeah, maybe we'd have to cut some of the domestic scenes out and maybe just kind of have the chase scene and then flashback maybe to fade to black or something like that. Quite yeah. Alright, well thanks guys for your